to pile on, Jim, but there's one stat you forgot to mention of mine. At the end of my playing career, I was #1 in the record books in one category. In the storied history of Davidson basketball, not one player, Bobby Kopp, Jerry Kroll, Hetzel, Snyder, Malloy, Gurdy, not one of these greats fouled opponents more than I did. And although that record has since been broken by a player I coached, actually, I was, for a time, the greatest hacker in Davidson history. While at a recruiting event last summer, a coach asked me, "What's the #1 quality you look for in a recruit?" My answer? Hunger. Coach McKillop teaches his staff to recruit motivated players, and at Swarthmore I've continued to try to identify a prospect's primal cues, meaning the experiences and factors in a player's life that drive him, like Tim being the 4th boy in his family. I found that many of the strongest cues come from the fear of being left behind, ignored, or forgotten. In researching what motivates individual recruits, I began wondering about my own primal cues. I had a comfortable upbringing, so I wasn't motivated by fear. Rather, I was inspired by love. My parents always told my brother Logan and me that we could do anything we set our minds to. And because we had their unconditional love and support, we didn't fear failure. I wouldn't be here tonight without them. A coaching friend once asked me, "What's Coach McKillop's greatest strength?" And while I've never actually sat down and ranked his attributes, I answered right away: his will. Coach's fire is always lit. Helping Davidson basketball reach its full potential is his passion. When recruits would ask me what it was like to play for him, I would always say, Coach is the master at getting the most out of you. He'll pat you on the back, or he'll bust your tail without an ounce of remorse. He'll do whatever it takes to make you the best you can possibly be, whether you like it or not. His unyielding will is, in my opinion, his greatest strength, and it's the reason Davidson is extremely lucky to have him. My parents and Coach McKillop deserve much of the credit for my being here tonight, but what made my experience so exceptional was what Davidson College as a whole gave me. The community supported me, the honor code taught me how to live my life honorably, and my professors, coaches, and classmates challenged me constantly. When recruiting now, I say to prospects all the time, "You've told me your top 2 priorities are academics and basketball, but I'm going to tell you what will trump those: the people." I encourage you to choose the place where you connect with the people and where you feel the most comfortable. Now, I couldn't have articulated that when I was 17 years old, but that's how I made my college choice, and it brought me to the place I needed to be. At Davidson, I felt the perfect combination of challenge, encouragement, and support. Let me illustrate this point with a story from my senior year. Some of you might remember that we beat Wake Forest in Belk Arena. What you may not remember, except for Coach McKillop, who I know remembers it in excruciating detail, is what happened leading up to that fateful Wednesday night. On Saturday, we had played UNC Greensboro at home. We were up 2 points with 5 seconds left in the game, and I was shooting a 1-and-1. If I made them both, the game was over. Instead, I missed. Their point guard rebounded, drove the length of the court, and hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer. We lost. On Monday, we played App State at home. I played poorly, and we again lost. By that point, I was feeling like an inadequate senior captain, and I didn't feel at all prepared to lead us against an ACC opponent in 2 days' time. While you already know we won that game against Wake, please hear me by allowing me to recount it from my perspective. With under a minute remaining in the game, we were up by 1, and once again, I was at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Redemption, right? Nope, I missed. And then I promptly fouled one of their players to send him to the free throw line. Luckily, he only made 1 out of 2 to tie the game, and we had the ball for the last shot. I'd like to tell you that I hit that last shot to win the game, but the truth is, I again missed a shot at the buzzer. So right now, everyone here is thinking, why are we inducting this guy? But in the huddle before overtime, I was oddly optimistic. I was optimistic because I'd already been challenged and experienced failure a lot in my Davidson career. But through it all, the Davidson community showed unwavering support. I felt confidence and not fear of failure because the people packing the arena that night were my family. Classmates I had run in the cake race with, fans I knew well because of our dinners at River Run in the Peninsula, professors like Dr. Parton, Dr. Mahoney, and Dr. McMillan, who had both challenged and supported me, helping prepare me for this moment. Despite all the failures I'd experienced, the community of support gave me the confidence to bounce back and make 6 free throws in overtime, helping lead to the only court storming in Belk history. It's because of what Davidson gave me that I feel an insatiable need to give back financially, to give back by cheering on our athletic teams, to give back by attending as many alumni functions as possible. I'll always feel a tremendous sense of gratitude towards Davidson. It's a special place. It's the best college in the country. And that's why I'm extremely thankful, honored, and humbled to be here tonight. Thank you.